Yeah.
I don't want to sound hyperbolic here. I don't want to feed into, rampant reckless speculation.
Sure.
I don't want to overreact.
Yeah.
But the Yankee season's over. it's,
It ain't
it's
looking great.
over.
When your top ace goes down
Mm-hmm.
for Tommy John surgery, and then your designated hitter is having, what is it, elbow pain in
Yeah.
both
Both
elbows
elbows.
because of an overcorrection to a swing last season.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of your rookie aces is going to be out for 6 weeks plus. It's not comforting, right?
Right.
The Cole thing's probably our biggest loss.
Yeah.
Stanton always deals with injury issues. Not surprised about that. And Louis Scale is it sucks, but he'll be back. Losing Gerrit Cole for the whole season, that hurts.
Yeah.
And mainly because we couldn't re-sign Soto. I think it hurts more knowing, obviously, we wanted to re-sign him. He went with the Mets. We've been over this time and time again. Don't care anymore. We've made some moves to try to replace his bat, but I don't think it's pitching that's going to win you a World Series.
Mm-hmm.
And good decision making by a manager. Along, of course, you can't win if you don't score runs, but let's be honest here. Like, defense wins championships, good pitching. As much as you want to get runs, you can't give them up. And listen, Cole not being in the entire season, that's rough. I'm not going to say we can't do it. It's not going to be as, not that it's easy. It's just the percentage wise, it's not looking as good as it was before. I haven't checked to see how much we dropped Vegas wise. Cause I know we were the favorite in the AL, but, yeah, it's misery. It really is. The only thing now I can pray for is the downfall of the Mets. That's all I got. Yeah.
And I don't know if you've been paying attention to spring training, bud, but we're doing pretty good here. Pretty good.
Sure. Yeah. When practice is over and the real season starts.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. The only thing I'll know for sure is that Gerrit Cole won't be there. So the weird thing about this is, up until, like, everybody knew something was up.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt very secretive. Like they were holding out hope that he could make it work. And then all of a sudden
I don't think they wanted to admit how
hurt he was.
And because when it first came out, his elbow's being evaluated.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, throwing elbow. You're like, this sounds Tommy Johnish to me.
Yeah, for sure.
And then that was a couple of days. And then after a while, they obviously they had to come out and say, yeah, this is happening. And God, it sucks.
The sad thing is, Gerrit Cole has been a workhorse. Like,
yeah,
he started almost 100 games the last couple years. And then last year obviously was
like a Cy Young 2 years ago.
Right. Last year was like his first
before.
Yeah, last year probably was his first big chunk of the season missing, right? Like because of injury or whatever was going on.
Exactly.
Missed about half the season, something like that. But anyway,
came back the latter half. I mean, had really good outings despite Game 5 of the World Series, and obviously all the reports, everybody's looking to get back to work. They're focused. This is their mission now, and
I mean, next
he's just gonna have to do it from the sidelines,
So, especially these days, the way offense has kind of evolved in baseball, like you need these pitchers. You're talking about 250 innings a season. Like we need these starting pitchers to be ready to go. And if you have any type of elbow or any type of something to your throwing motion, it sucks. And I think the thing that from the Yankees fans that I've kind of paid attention to and I've kind of talked to, I think the team knowing that he had something, and maybe they knew he needed Tommy John the whole time, and they were just kind of slow rolling. Like messing with your UCL and stuff like that is probably nothing you want to play around with. But like you lose Soto, like you mentioned earlier, and you didn't really have a plan to like replace all that, especially if you knew Gerrit Cole.
I mean, it came together, with Bellinger and Goldschmidt and things like that. Now this could have been Cash's plan all along. I mean, He
Well,
could have realized.
I'm talking about the Sandy Alcantara stuff and letting, I'm talking about just Cashman in general, like having no real plan of succession for anything to me. Hey, we're just gonna rely on Jazz. We're gonna rely on Aaron Judge. Obviously, they're probably relying on Stanton. We'll be fine. Like, yes, Juan Soto, but like, you had to have known Gerrit Cole was having discomfort. Like, this didn't just happen on a Tuesday.
Man,
Like,
I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, it was throwing some fine, and then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know, something doesn't feel right. He came out, and then next thing you know, it's like we're being evaluated.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, look, I know baseball and particularly pitching, very mechanical. It's a very technical position, and these things can happen out of nowhere. But as I've said time and time again, I'm so fucking tired of seeing guys getting injured in what would be a training period over things like this. It's like, is it so hard to ask? And this could be freak. I don't want to say Gerrit Cole wasn't active during offseason, but like, in what other sport? I guess you can say football, because a lot of shit happens in camp too. But can athletes that are paid millions of dollars please just pick up a ball in the off season? Like let's go. Like let just warm up throughout. Like, this is your job. I selfish fan here speaking.
As a guy who bans players from playing in the World Baseball Classic, don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Just stay healthy. Don't play no extra baseball.
Maybe yoga.
Yeah, yoga, sauna. Do some. I don't care what you do. Get on the VR. I don't know, but don't go play baseball, because you jump up, down, you'll tear your stuff up. You're gone for the year. Nope. Don't do nothing. You'll be fine.